Welcome back to Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. My name is Josh Lilquist, and boy, we've had a great time here talking about the stock market here and as far as different strategies for your income strategies from segment 2, your wealth strategies from segment 3, and how to make smart investing decisions within those 401ks and those IRAs. And we talk a lot about the different types of people that are coming into Online Trading Academy for these free investing classes that we do here during the week and on the weekends, and just a lot of different types of people, Al. A lot of, white collar, blue collar, people that are looking to make a change in their career, or they just want to be able to have a better lifestyle.
Hmm.
And that's what it all comes down to, I believe, is really having a better lifestyle and being able to do the things that you choose to do. And it's not free. We talk a lot about the inflation. It's been going up, 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 and what we've seen it cooling is what they call it. But oil prices continue to go up. We were just talking about that off camera here, and really that's going to impact this inflation again.
Sure.
So you have to be prepared, and you have to have other things set up for those financial goals that you have. You can't just rely on one job, which is just over broke. You can't rely on just a 401k and the hope for you to get there. You have to have these strategies, and that's what the wealthy do. They have multiple income strategies, and that's how you build wealth. Trading and investing could be that potential one that might work for you. Well, you won't know unless you come to one of these investing classes. Come check it out just by texting the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats for this free investing class. Text investing to the number 210 for 2 seats for this investing class. So, Al, I want to talk a little bit about the day of a life as a trader.
Hmm.
And we talked a little bit about golf here today. We talked about the Masters. We had my great introduction with the Masters. It was a great move in the stock market.
And it was great.
And so we're going to continue that theme here as the day in the life. So as a golfer, when they're practicing, is a golfer going up there and taking as many hacks as they can, as fast as they can, and getting as many swings as they can on the range? No, they're taking their time. They're going up there. They're going to check their approach. They're going to get their feet set, get your body set, relax a little bit, slowly do that backswing and swing through and follow through in your golf swing. That's what you do in golf. You do that calm, cool, and collective. You don't just go up there and swing, 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 hack, 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 which is what a lot of people, probably sometimes do. But the reason is because they haven't been trained properly
Right.
how to golf.
Yep.
And we've been talking about the correlation a lot with trading and golf today. That's actually very similar to the day in the life of a trader. You don't just go and trade, take as many trades as you can, trade up, trade down, and just be all emotional. You just don't do that in the markets. If you are, you're probably doing it wrong.
That's
You
right.
you need to be cool, calm, and collective, just like the golfer. Go up there. Okay, what is your goal with this potential investment? Is it a short term or a longer term? Okay, once you've identified that, where is your entry point? Where is your exit point? Where you do that is based off a price chart. And then you click the button, you place that trade, and you wait. You wait for price to come to you. The computer will execute that automatically. And by doing all this, it really starts with a trading and investment plan. I want you to talk about that trading plan and how that relates to being able to have that day in the life of a trader that is probably very similar to your lifestyle right now.
Well, it actually can be better than your lifestyle right now. Think about it. What do you want your day to look like? You plan it. If you're a trader or investor, you really have so many options, so many opportunities to do what you want to do when you want to do it. If you don't feel like trading, you don't have to. Just take some time off. If you feel like spending a little more time, maybe it's raining out or snowing or it's 30 below zero, and you just want to spend a little more time doing it, you can do that. Now, think about a job. How much freedom do you have to do whatever you want, whenever you want, when you're working? There's some restrictions there. There's some you have an obligation to a company or to a boss.
Just to clarify that for a second too, Al, when you're a trader or investor, that doesn't mean that's the only thing that you do.
No.
This can be something potential that you can have as your second strategy, right? So it's not really changing your life and doing only trading and then you dictate all that. It's being able to do
Yeah,
your
correct.
your regular life, your regular job, and investing.
Yeah, most people that have multiple sources of income have a job as their primary source or one source. The other sources are not additional jobs. It's different parts of the markets, the financial markets. You know, we talk a lot about the stock market. That's only one. That's one of several different components of the whole overall financial markets. And we don't just teach one thing. We don't have access to traders or knowledge just based on one thing. We cover basically everything that's part of the financial market. But again, the day in the life of a trader is whatever you want it to be. Again, you don't have the obligation. Maybe you only want to do it, once a month or a couple times a year. That's up to you. You can choose how you do this.
How about the
But
time of day?
the time of day, you can also choose that because there are assets that trade 24 hours a day. So if you are, tied up during the 6.5 hours the stock market's open, what about 24 hours for a couple of the assets that not only give you that benefit, but also give you the ability to participate with a large investment with a very small upfront kind of down payment, we'll call it. Those are leveraged assets. We talk about those in these classes. But again, you can kind of choose the time frame, and maybe the asset you trade will be based on what time you have available.
So we talked about time. You mentioned leverage. Explain how to be efficient with your capital.
Well, think about it. If you start a company and you hire employees, and you have one day the same guy comes in every day and goes over in the corner, lays down and takes a nap and sleeps all day, he's not very productive
Not
for
very
you.
efficient.
You want all of your employees to be as productive as possible for you, as efficient as possible. The same thing is true in trading and investing. Look at each dollar as an employee. You want to get the maximum benefit out of it. How do you do that? You use leverage, just like you would getting a mortgage on a house. $400,000 house, maybe you have a $40,000 down payment there
But we're
to
not talking
control.
about that much capital in the markets, though, are we?
Absolutely not. No, just using that as an
Okay,
analogy to
good.
show you what
Just wanted to
leverage is.
clarify that.
But yeah, for with the leverage in the markets, we're talking about just a fraction of what the actual investment would be. Let's say you're trading a stock that trades $100 a share. There may be a way of participating with that stock for only a few $100s. But it's maximum use of your or, benefit of your money. It's getting the most productivity out of it. All of the big players, all the pros use leverage. Warren Buffett uses one of those leveraged assets that we talk about in the class to bring in about $8 billion a year. But he doesn't really talk about that to you, to the public.
Hmm.
But these are the things that again, those are all assets that are available to you, the leveraged assets. If you don't know about them, if no one has taught you about them, that's what we do. We'll give you an introduction to them, show you what the benefits are, why one might be good for you, and there are a number of different choices. And again, getting back to each person being an individual, one choice that's right for you might not be right for someone else. But we help guide you to that decision. Again, is going to be the one that maybe gets you from where you are now to where you want to be the most effectively and the most efficiently.
Yep, and that's the whole coaching aspect, and that's what I believe. I really am proud of here at Online Trading Academy is the coaching that the instructors are able to give. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, I think around 60 or so. I don't know how many more instructors, but right around 60, I believe it was last time I checked. And they're training people how to trade and invest, but then the guidance, just like that coach in golf, if you have somebody being able to give you tips as you're golfing, okay, that swing was great, but you changed it just a little bit. Let's make sure we be consistent with that swing. Same thing in the financial markets is being able to have someone guide you, first be able to teach you how to do it, and then be able
Right.
to train you, right? And then that, because it's a skill, build that skill. And then we talked about earlier feeding you fish while you're learning how to fish, giving you opportunities. But that's going to do two things. One, hopefully cut your time down a little bit. But two, continue to train your eyes into seeing what they're seeing. And the more and more you do that, I like to tell people is reverse engineer that a little bit. And being able to see it and then do it, go look and see what they have and compare and see how you did. Then you can start to say, okay, this is why they did that. This is why they did that. And as a trader investor, you can continue to consistently get better. And we introduce you to all these different techniques and concepts in these investing classes that we do here locally. By the way, these are free classes. You can't beat that. And these are done here in Bloomington, Maple Grove, or Woodbury. And these are classes where we've taught thousands, just like you, are many strategies which are designed to teach you to make smart investing decisions. So text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats for this free class right here locally, local place to go to learn about the markets. Text the word investing to the number 210. Al, you always have great words of wisdom and tidbits, we'll call it. Before your tidbit here today, I got a special announcement. We have a very special 6th birthday to my son Jameson here Friday.
Oh, happy birthday,
We want to
Jameson.
wish you a happy birthday. Keep making mommy and daddy proud. We love you. Al, let's hear today's OTA tip of the week.
Okay, you don't wake up one day and your life is suddenly exactly how you imagined it. No, you wake up one day and you decide to make it that way. You have a choice. Well, why not make that choice? You have to take the responsibility for the change you want. You have to take action because unless you do, nothing is going to change. The choice is yours. This might be the best time in your life to make that change.
I like that. Now is always the best time to do something. Now is the time to make a change. But sometimes that first step is tough for some people, Al. Once you've made that first step, take that next step and then take one more and then continue. You start to walk. That's the thing in the markets is take that first baby step and then learn how to walk, learn how to run. Never want to sprint. Make it a marathon, not a sprint. One more seat for this investing class. Text investing to the number 210. As always, same time, same place next week. Until then, retire young, my friends.